Every single answer that you are searching for in your life and the areas that you may feel stuck exist in the present moment. They exist when you silence your surroundings and become aware of this present moment and truly tune in to your internal state in the present moment. Because when you connect to your soul, you are connecting to the divine within you, and that is how you begin to receive guidance into what the real answer is to solve the issues and transform the places in your life right now that you feel stuck. But the issue with us as humans is that our nature is to constantly worry about what is going to happen next. And that is perhaps the most powerful tool that the negative force in this world, whatever you may call it, keeps you from tuning into the present moment and actually transforming the root. Because if you are constantly worried about what is going to happen next, how do I get by? How do I make sure that I make the ends meet for this month or for this day, even for tomorrow? How do I prepare in the physical world for what is going to happen next? In our mind, we have been programmed to think this way our entire life. So we think that it is the correct way of thinking, and we think that this is the correct way to go about life. And that is exactly how this negative force tricks you into staying out of the present moment. Because the more that you worry about what happens next, the more that you worry about the future or base what is happening right now or what you think will happen in the future on what has happened to you in the past, you are staying out of the present moment. So logically, it makes sense to worry. It makes sense to form your thoughts based on your past, to predict and assume what is going to happen in the future based on what you have experienced in the past that has maybe led you up to this point right now. But the issue is it keeps you out of the present moment, and this is actually the negative force perfectly and logically disguising itself in your mind for you to stay out of the present moment. But the easiest and fastest way to transform the root of whatever issue is happening in your life that may keep you feeling stuck, no matter how far you think you are getting, no matter how many plans you come up with, is to be in the now, be in the present moment. Because divine energy only exists in the present moment. And divine energy, which is above our physical world, is what you connect to when you are truly in the present moment, that guides you into figuring out the true answer to transform the root of why you may feel stuck in your life. Because in the physical world, when we worry, it is a form of us protecting ourselves. But on a deeper level, there is a root, a correction within our soul that needs to be identified in order to truly transform and dismiss the worry in our life. And that only comes from being in the present. You know, a lot of times when people are going through challenges in life, maybe you are stuck in a financial situation that you do not like, or you are stuck in a relationship that is not at its highest potential, or maybe you don't have the best relationship with your family, and you think that the person or the situation is the issue. But beneath the situation and beneath the people in your life, there is a root within your soul that needs to be transformed, which can only be identified when you are truly in the present moment. Have you ever noticed that when you have something to do that you are not looking forward to, or maybe there's a challenge at hand, you are more prone to procrastination, and a lot of people will push things back by just doing something to fill that void, such as doom scrolling or eating or going out or being with friends. And all of these things may temporarily make you forget about the situation at hand, but what happens when you are alone again? What happens when you put the phone down? What happens when the people leave your presence? You always have to face the root. Kabbalah explains that when we were put on this earth, we asked to come into a world of darkness with these soul corrections for us to transform in our life in order to reach our highest potential and achieve this state of oneness, to become like God. So as long as we think think that trying to fix anything in the physical world is the way to transform the root, you will always feel stuck. And that is why a lot of people go through life constantly being overwhelmed, constantly being in so much pain, because they never face the root. And they can never face the root because they are truly never in the present moment. And don't get me wrong, it's very hard nowadays to be in the present moment because there are so many distractions around us. The most popular one, in which we all know, is our phone. Think about how powerful is our phone for us to, when we face a challenge, are so easily able to turn to our phone and maybe just scroll on social media, and instantly we get a hit of dopamine that can temporarily numb the pain or make us forget about what we truly need to transform. So yes, nowadays there are a lot of distractions that can take us away easily from the present moment. But if you are able to implement even 10 minutes throughout your day, which you normally wouldn't, just turn within and sit with yourself and truly think about the root and the cause of what may be the issues in your life, with the intention that you truly want to figure out what the root of the problems that you are having in life is, and transform them, is already going to remove so many energetic blockages because of the pure intention that you have while taking a physical action that you normally would not do. Because the second way that this negative force will come in and try and take you out of the present moment is when you finally make the conscious choice to turn within and face the root of all issues, which is your soul's correction, and identify what the true root is. You'll hear this voice that says, oh, this isn't worth it, it's gonna take too long. Oh, there's too much to uncover. 10 minutes isn't enough, so why do it anyways? But this is the second test. And you need to know that any little action that you take with the right intention that you wouldn't normally do is removing so many energetic blockages, because it is simply you coming with the right intention, which is I want to transform and be in the present moment. That is why in the moment that you may turn within for the first time, you will hear these negative forces, these negative thoughts, these negative voices right away telling you that it isn't worth it. Because right before the transformation and miracle is about to happen, that is when you will be hit with the greatest negative force, because where the greatest darkness is, the greatest light can also be revealed. So take some time and just simply sit with yourself and be present. Think about the cycles that keep happening in your life, and on a deeper level, what may be triggering them, and the repeating patterns that you may not have identified that you operate with. And I promise, even the smallest effort with pure intention to uncover and be in the present moment will instantly shift you into a reality greater than what your mind can even imagine.